Alright, welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock, and today I have a couple things that I want to test out. So as you can see here, I have an epic monkey pet, and the only way you've been able to get this so far is by upgrading it with a special NPC, which I showed off in the last video. And I can go over its abilities so far. So it's a foraging pet, gives intelligence and speed, and it has this tree-born ability, which I'm interested in testing right now, which increases the double drop rate for logs. And then it also has Vine Swing, which gives you speed while you're in the park. So the double drop rate ability is pretty good early game, good way of getting extra logs. However, when you hit a high enough foraging level, you get 100% double drop rate and start to build up triple drop rate. So what I want to test right now is if the double drop rate of the monkey actually affects this, and if it puts me above 100% and maybe gives me extra logs, or if it's just what you would expect and it doesn't give any extra logs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break 100 tree blocks. I'll count them out, and I'm going to count how many logs I get after each one. Might be a bit of deviation due to luck in the triple chance that I have, but with 100, I feel like that should be enough to get an accurate idea. So I'm going to do that, and yeah, then I'll be back with the information. Alright, so after the first harvest, this is how many logs I got. So I'll put them here just for storage, then we can do a comparison once I mine without the pet now. So that was with the pet. I'll take the pet off and I'll do another test. Alright, so I've just done the first test, or the second test, and as you can see here, it looks like I got a lot less wood than I did the first time. Now this might just be luck, so I'm going to put it on top here, and I'm going to do another test just to make sure that it wasn't, I didn't miscount or maybe just get very lucky on this one and unlucky on this one. So I'm going to do another test and I'll be back, but this is so far looking like there is a bit of a difference here. Alright, so this is the third test done now, and as you can see, nearly the same as last time as without the monkey pet. So this is looking like it may actually give you more, despite not really supposedly seeming like it should affect it. So just to test even further, I'm going to do one more with the monkey and see where that puts me. Alright, so I've finished doing the testing and I've decided to go and get a lot just to make sure that of my numbers here. So I mined 400 individual wood blocks using just my Raider's axe so that I guarantee that I only chop one at a time, and I counted out 400 with no pet and 400 with the monkey pet equipped, and here are the results. So in the bottom chest here is without the monkey, and this is, it adds up to 922 blocks of Acacia here. And with the monkey equipped, this I had before, but this is all I got, which adds up to 1026. And if you do the math, 922 times 1.114, because it's an 11.4% chance for double drop here, is almost exactly 1026. So it would seem like the monkey pet, despite the fact that I actually have already a 100% double drop chance on my logs, it is actually increasing my log output still, which is actually very interesting. So I guess my monkey pet might be what I start using when I forage. Despite the fact that I get less foraging XP than I do with the ocelot, it actually gives me more wood, which is at the end of the day what we're going for here. So it's very interesting experimenting with this, and yeah, I was a bit surprised, but I guess now I've cleared it up, and it's pretty clear that the monkey pet actually works even if you already have 100% double drop chance. Alright everyone, welcome back, and today I'm on someone else's island. So I am actually visiting a player named Lucky07's island, and he, I have discovered, is the #1, yep, you heard me, #1 Acacia collector on Hypixel Skyblock. I actually ran into him on a lobby and just looked up his name on Skyblock, which lets you check people's statistics, and I found that he had 15, or actually nearly 16 million Acacia in his collection. And then when I went to check out his island, he was actually there, and I ended up talking with him, and he told me that he was #1. So as you can see, he's got a pretty cool looking island, but I've just been scouting it out, and I'm checking his minion setup. And it looks like he has 17 tier 11 Acacia minions, and they all seem to have enchanted lava buckets based on the timing. Now it is also interesting to note that I don't think he's got a woodcutting crystal, or if he does, it can only affect half of them at once because of the way that they're spread out. So interesting stuff. Anyway, if I warp back to my island, yeah, so as I said, he has nearly 16 million Acacia in his collection, and and as we looked with the minions, he doesn't even have too many minions, or that many compared to the other people we've checked out before. But it seems like pretty much all of his collection he's got from mining by hand. So he just mines a lot, which means he still has actually very good production despite not having too many minions. But now we know what we're up against and where we got to get to, which is really cool. Now there's something else I want to talk about as well, because finally in the traveling zoo we have got information about the legendary monkey. It was actually on sale there. And the legendary monkey, I'll put up something on the screen, but the final ability is it basically reduces the cooldown of the tree capitator or jungle axe. And eventually at max rank it cuts it down by half. So it's only 1 second cooldown. And as you can imagine, that is pretty crazy. It lets you mine pretty much twice as many trees. So I think that is definitely going to be the best foraging pet now, and it's good that I have been leveling mine to in the meantime. So mine's is currently epic. Now if I go to the hub, so yeah, checking the cost of the NPC here, I had an elephant that I was doing before. Whoops. But if I press all the wrong buttons. Alright. Now if I actually check this, it costs 14 million coins. So that'll take a bit of time to get. However, it is very doable. So that I think is what I'm going to be saving for, because that will allow me to really start getting a lot just by foraging by hand. And as for my minions, still running 20, still using hamster wheels, which is good. And so my plan has kind of shifted now. I think I'm going to start, I'm going to not go for 21 slots yet, and I'm going to try and get this legendary monkey pet. So that, but then after I get that, I'll go back to using my money to try and unlock more minion slots. I think it's going to do it for this episode, though. Really interesting stuff has happened. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'm going to check my stats as usual here. So I've reached 5 million Acacia, and I'm now number 25, which is pretty cool. Closing in. And for foraging, I am 875th. I've actually dropped a bit. I haven't been foraging as much recently. I've just been collecting for minions. And also, as we discovered in the first bit of this episode, it's actually more effective to use the monkey pet, even though it shouldn't seem like it does based on the text. So I've been getting less foraging XP because I haven't been using my ocelot when I've been mining. But yeah, that's going to end it off. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.